TNAiMPACT YouTube. We're here on Monday, the 26th, August 2030. AJ Styles is honored as the newest addition to the famous Hall of Immortals. The 53-year-old's achievements in wrestling are legendary and make him an unanimous choice amongst the staff to be honored in this way. So, let's get down to business. We seen the Rumble last video. Chad Gable won this year's Rumble. Now, it's evident we already know who he's going after. Right? He's going after Gunther. Nothing really. And Zelina Vega won this year's Rumble as well. So, we already know that she's going for the Knockouts World title. Because it's either that or her television title she could go after. But here's the thing. I think I'll add a new rule. A Rumble winner can also choose to go for tag team titles. Alright, we've seen the Rumble winners already gathered up. And every single one has chose a world title. Even though they do have the option for the Grand, the Digital Media, or the X Division. Well, now they also now have this is on the men's side. They also now have the tag team titles that they can choose to. But they do have to have a tag team partner. And so, on the women's side, women can go after the Knockouts World title, Knockouts Television title, or Knockouts Tag Team title. Or the Digital Media, because it is a title that's sitting there where it can be held by both. Technically the world can, because we've seen Tessa Blanchard hold it before. I may not have said her name right. I've heard people pronounce it Blanchard and Blanchard. But however it's pronounced, we've already seen Tessa hold it before. And, the World Heavyweight title, we've made some new rules. Women can't hold the TNA World Heavyweight title or the X Division title, right? Oh, no, actually they can too. So they can't hold the World Tag Team. Oh, okay, they can hold that too. Okay. Okay. Alright. But let's get into it. We're gonna go to Victory Road tonight. It's untelling who we're gonna see at Victory Road, because we're still working on the story. So, with that being said, just sit tight and get ready. The Rock comes out and he says that he will side with Ava Raine while she's a member of the hate group, and that he believes by the end of 2030 she'll be world champion. Let's see. AJ Styles comes out, or no, he's backstage, and he says, "I wrestled for going on 30 years, and I'm glad that I retired in my home, my sanctuary, TNA. I was the golden boy of TNA for so many years. So with that being said, I'm going to give the reins down to AJ or Ace Austin. And then he will continue it." Seth Rollins defeated Brock Lesnar by pinfall at the curb storm for 69. This is just to help get both of them a match. The Von Erichs versus the Rabbit Dynasty. The Rabbit Dynasty submitted Marshall Von Erich with a cattle mutilation after interference from Ace Austin. Now, this is heel work on Ace Austin's part. Well, Ace is still a face. But Marshall and Ross are both down. And Ace Austin comes out, is still out at the ring, and he says, "You two attacked the love of my life." And then Liv Morgan's entrance hits, and she walks down to the ring, and he says, "Marshall and Ross Von Erich, you were like my brothers. My own flesh and blood is what it felt like." And so he is trying to tell the Von Erichs to stop acting like he was a constant user of them. But here's a great match, and it was MJF MJF versus Andrade. Andrade defeated MJF for a 77. Yeah, 67. It's weird. Kevin Steen comes out and he says, "Me and Sami Zayn, we're going to win the tag team titles back, whether anyone likes it or not. And when we do, we will position ourselves back at the top of the tag team division." And then we see Drew Galloway defeat Bryan Danielson with a Claymore kick for a 67. Chad Gable defeated Ace Austin when Marshall Von Erich interfered. And then we see Marshall and Ross Von Erich attack Ace Austin again. And Marshall grabs a microphone and says, "You've brought this onto her, Ace." We see Batista come bringing Liv Morgan out to the ring. And Marshall grabs a microphone and he says, "Look at you, Ace, the self-proclaimed inevitable, the man who thinks he's God's gift to professional wrestling. But let me tell you something. You're nothing but a fraud wrapped in a cheap suit, hiding behind arrogance, because deep down you're terrified of men like us, men who fight for honor, men who earn respect, men who don't need magic tricks and sideshows to stay relevant. You think you're the main event, huh? You think you're untouchable? Well, here's the reality check, Ace. You've been riding high for too long, and now you've crossed the wrong family. This ain't a card trick, kid." Marshall also says, "Oh yeah, Ace, you don't just get to walk away from your sins. You've brought Liv into this. You've paraded her around as your trophy. You're a little sidekicked your shield, but you made one fatal mistake. You made her a target. And now, Ace, her pain, that's gonna be on your hands." And then he repeatedly attacks Liv Morgan with a chair. This is to carry the feud. 87. Wow, that's a pretty good show. Roman Reigns comes out and says, "Ace Austin, Seth Rollins, Chad Gable, Andrade, Randy Orton, Edge, all are going to fall coming next. And I'll tell you why they will. Because I am the main event, the main show attraction, the needle mover. So when it comes to me versus all of them, it doesn't matter if it's one versus them all in the same match. I will win." Bret Hart Jr. defeated Yaki Yayo by submission with a sharpshooter for 68. MJF cuts a promo and he says Chad Gable won that Rumble by cheating methods. He shouldn't be the Rumble winner. I should be. Andrade cuts a promo in which he says, "Roman Reigns, you have a big mouth. Maybe I should shut it." AJ Styles cuts a promo, and he's showcasing the new TNA video game that is set to release, as he is the cover star. And then Kenzie Page versus Jenny Rose. Jenny Rose defeated Kenzie Page with a flying lariat to make sure she won to win the TNA Knockouts television title. It got a 52. And then Edge and The Miz cut promos. In which the promos was this? The promo was Kevin Steen, Sami Zayn. If you two really think that you two are going to win the title, you haven't ever seen how Rated Awesomeness performs. We will go and win. Charlotte Flair versus Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter defeated Charlotte Flair when Camille distracted Charlotte Flair. And then Kevin Steen defeated Seth Rollins by pinfall with a package pile driver. It got an 81. And Kevin Steen grabs him is backstage and he cuts a promo and he says, Edge, Miz, you two have a big mouth. Me and Sami Zayn, though, trust me, we'll win that match and we'll win the World Tag Team titles back. Cody Rhodes defeated Ace Austin when Marshall Von Erich interfered. It got an 89, which is not bad. It shows that they have great chemistry. 92, the show increased our popularity in 57 regions. Nice. Drew Galloway comes out and he says, Bryan Danielson, you narrowly escaped last week. So, at Victory Road, I want to offer you a challenge. You versus me. If I win, you won't have to worry about that little tag team of yours. Because I will make sure that you both are fired. Just because you narrowly escaped. So then we see Eric Redbeard versus Anthony Bennett. Anthony Bennett defeated Eric Redbeard in 9 minutes and 35 seconds. Oof. Walter cut a promo saying Chad Gable's title dreams are going to die at Bound for Glory. And Randy Orton cuts a promo and he says, Christian thinks he can run and hide. But when I become the predator and he's the prey, now that I'm the predator again, he can't hide. He can run. But whether he likes it or not, I will always be 3 steps ahead. Ricochet cut a promo and he says, Kevin Steen, I want to face you. Brittany Blake versus Kenzie Page. Kenzie Page defeated Brittany Blake for a 59. And Kevin Steen said that Ricochet was on. CM Punk cuts a promo saying that Chad Gable narrowly won after he tossed him out. In fact, he's not even entirely sure if Chad Gable's feet didn't hit the floor. But we do see Ricochet defeat Kevin Steen with the 630 splash. And then the main event was Randy Orton defeating Ace Austin after Marshall Von Erich interfered. And the show got a 88. Not bad. Okay. We see Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn cut promos and they say, when we win the TNA tag team titles again, we will be back at the top. Back where we belong. And then we see Ace Austin defeat Ross Von Erich with the House of Cards. For a 90, that's not bad because Ross isn't on the term of popularity at Ace is. And then CM Punk cuts a promo in which he says, Von Erichs, me versus both of you on TNAiMPACT. Anthony Bennett defeated Tony Nese for 49, not bad. And then the main event was MJF defeating Roman Reigns by submission. 75. Yeah, that's a terrible show right there. Okay, so our first match is in the pre-show, and it's an extremely short match. It's a trios match, which got a 37. And then Danny Jackson versus Heather Reckless. Another pre-show bout. It got a 52. Heather Reckless defeated Danny Jackson. Suicida defeated Jacob Fatu by pinfall for a 49. Not bad. Tiffany Stratton has a video package for 65. Nick Aldis defeated Simi Callahan with a Tormentum for 56. Ross Von Erich challenges Ace Austin and Roman Reigns. Jimmy Uso tells Ross he's going to lose. Pac defeated Diego Hill with the Brutalizer for a 77. Dax Harwood cuts a promo and he says, I'm not dead yet, so I will be back. When my injury heals, it will be a new era of tag team wrestling. Julia Hart cuts a promo and challenges Jamie Hayter for Victory Road, in which Jeff Jarrett says that she'll have to prove it. And then Ace Austin defeated Ross Von Erich and Roman Reigns to make it 96. Wow. That is the best show yet. 89. Okay, we start the show off with Randy Orton defeating Christian Cage with a punt kick to the head. For 79, that's a great way to start the show, you know. Seth Rollins cuts a promo backstage and he says, Dolph Ziggler, I beat you at Emergency, so my next target will be Chris Sky, 95. We see Jamie Hayter defeat Bayley Rose with the Falcon Arrow for 79. And then Randy Orton cuts a promo and he says, Christian, you should listen to your friend Edge. He's not telling lies. I am very dangerous. In fact, I'm probably the most dangerous I have been. CM Punk cuts a promo in which it's the Von Erichs declining his 2-on-1 thing. Bret Hart Jr. cuts a promo and he says that he wants to face Griff Garrison for to defend the Grand title. And DIY versus the Rabbit Dynasty. The Rabbit Dynasty defeated DIY when David Benoit submitted Johnny Gargano. Drew Galloway cut a promo towards. It's looking like it's Drew towards the debuting Cody Rhodes. But we do see Drew Galloway defeat Chris Sky with the Claymore kick. But Ace Austin cuts a promo in which he says, Marshall and Ross, I want you two in a cage match. Come Victory Road. And we see Ace Austin versus Roman Reigns versus MJF. Roman Reigns defeated Ace Austin and MJF when Marshall Von Erich attacked Ace Austin and then Ross Von Erich attacked MJF. 92. See, this is if we can keep putting out shows like this, we'll just keep getting better and better. Okay, so in one of his first matches, Cody Rhodes defeated Julius Creed with the Crossroads for 78. We then see Jimmy Uso and the Von Erichs versus Jeff Hardy and the New Day for 70, which is not bad. Yeah. Kevin Steen cuts a promo saying that he will be the next International Tag Team Champion. Seth Rollins cuts a promo saying that he wants to face Chris Sky. CM Punk cuts a promo about the Von Erichs constantly running from challenges unless of course they want the challenge. Adam Page defeated Kevin Steen for a 72, which wasn't bad. Jon Moxley versus Montez Ford. Montez Ford defeated Jon Moxley with a frog splash. Randy Orton cut a promo on Christian. Also, Jimmy Uso and the Von Erichs are backstage fighting. Looks like Marshall and Ross are against Jimmy. CM Punk defeated Ricky Knight Jr. with a go to sleep for 75. And Ace Austin defeated Kenny Omega for a 79. Show increased our popularity in 2 regions. Okay, Victory Road is here, and so we started off with Batista calling out Ace Austin. Malachi Black cuts a promo, and he's actually supporting the video game release. The Divas of TNA versus the Unholy Union. The Unholy Union win the TNA Knockout Tag Team titles. And Jenny Rose returns hers. 48's not bad. Jamie Hayter defeated the Fabulous Carmella when Camille came out of nowhere with some brass knuckles. 69. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. Seth Rollins defeated CM Punk to make defense number 8 of the TNA X Division title. And then the Rabbit Dynasty versus Sweet Pain. The Rabbit Dynasty makes defense number 3 of the TNA World Tag Team titles. Oh. MJF versus Yaki Yayo versus Cash Wheeler versus Dolph Ziggler versus Malachi Black. This is to get a bunch of people on one show at a time. And MJF defeated them all for a 69. Bret Hart defeated Nick Aldis to make defense number 8 of the TNA Grand title. Anthony Bennett versus Leon Slater. Anthony Bennett wins the TNA Digital Media title again. Walter defeated Austin Theory with a rear naked choke for a 69. He makes defense number 8 of the TNA World Heavyweight title. And The Rock cuts a promo backstage about how electrifying Bound for Glory is going to be. Drew Galloway versus Roman Reigns. It got a 77, but Drew Galloway defeated Roman Reigns with a Claymore kick. And DIY versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. DIY defeated them. In which Kevin Steen cuts a promo and he says, "Y'all got lucky tonight, DIY." And our main events are Marshall versus Ace. Ace Austin defeated Marshall Von Erich. And so, yeah. 86, not bad. Financial report, $1 million. Oh, okay. Victory Road has been getting fantastic reviews, and the feedback has been awesome. Looks like a win. Only one title change. Oh, 2 title changes. 139 days isn't bad. Well, this is it for tonight. I hope that you will share with your friends, your family, like, subscribe. Don't forget to turn that bell on next to the subscribe button. That's it for today.